We're going to go through 5 musts during the COVID-19 quarantine. 5 things that everyone needs to be doing to make sure you're staying on track and improving. I'm Gene Zanetti from Winning Mindset. Welcome back to Mindset Monday. I'm your coast-to-coast mindset coach. During this time, it's very important that we stay positive, we're resilient, and we see opportunity during adversity. These are 5 musts during the COVID-19 quarantine. Number 1 is be safe. Follow the best practices for safety precautions. Don't go out if you don't have to. All right, this is kind of a goes without saying, but very important to reiterate. Number 1 is be safe. If you get sick, you're not going to be able to improve. You're not going to be able to get better. I mean, you do what you got to do. If it happens, it happens. But you want to continue improving. You want to keep making strides. You want to keep yourself safe. So number 1, follow all the best practices. Number 2, develop an action plan for your body, your exercise. Now, this kind of goes without saying for athletes, but a lot of times we're not conceptualizing it properly. You need to be working on your strength, your conditioning, and your flexibility. Okay, so your body means you have to work the big picture there. So strength, conditioning, and flexibility. I don't really like calling it stretching. I'd rather call it flexibility training, because stretching is almost like, okay, I reach down, I touch my toes, I'm talking to a friend. No. Flexibility is serious business, okay? Top athletes are very flexible. Think about the Chinese proverb, the strength of a tree lies in its ability to bend. So you need to be flexible. So I don't look at it as stretching. I look at it as flexibility training. Okay, now's the time to practice getting down in your splits. You have to also think about, what are the unique demands of your sports? What are situations and joint angles that you're in your sport? You got to get yourself down and more flexible and building strength in those areas. So flexibility training, that's key. Then your strength and conditioning. Make sure you're working on your strength and your conditioning on a regular basis. Remember, conditioning is the first thing to go. If with enough time passing by, conditioning is the first thing to go. Then your flexibility, then your strength. But you can see strength goes pretty quick also. If you don't do your normal strength training plan for a week and a half, you could lose up to 15% of your strength. Over a week and a half without your regular strength plan, you could lose up to 15% of your strength. So think about it. That's those last reps, those last sets that you're doing to really grow, to really improve. So you don't want to lose that 15%. So make sure you're doing your strength training and your conditioning. One of the things we provide is we have 10 workouts, 10 minutes, and no equipment. So they're body weight isolation circuits. So it's kind of like P90X meets Insanity, and you supernova explode them together, and then you have our workouts. So we have 10-minute abs, 10-minute arms, 10-minute legs, 10-minute plyometrics, those kind of workouts. So the idea is like how P90X has different isolations, like arms, legs, abs. They have those 45-minute workouts, right? Then you have Insanity, which is high intensity, just a blitz just a blitz, high intensity and high aerobics cardio, right? So we bring them together where they're 10-minute isolation circuits of high intensity threshold training. So send us an email. We'll send all those workouts over to you so you have something you're doing on a regular basis. Like I said, 10-minute abs, 10-minute arms, 10-minute legs, all body weight. You are the gym. So make sure you're doing that. Number 3 is working on your mindset. I can't stress that enough. With gyms closed, you're not able to play and compete in your sport in the normal capacity. There are some sport-related exercises you could be doing, your skills and your drills on your own. That's very important. But make sure you're working on your mind. You have a golden opportunity that will be hard to replicate ever again, where you could take some time and focus on yourself in terms of your mindset. And one of the key exercises I recommend is write down your 3 best sports performances, your 3 worst sports performances, and what exactly were you thinking before and during those competitions. And then compare your best competitions and your worst competitions, and then you'll see a stark contrast between what you're thinking when you're at your best and at your worst. So that's a key exercise you can do on your own right now as soon as this video ends. Next, make sure you capitalize, whether you're an individual athlete or whether you're a coach of a team. Make sure you capitalize on our free mindset session. During the whole COVID-19 quarantine, we want to help you. We want to be there for you. We didn't do this in the past. Okay, up until this year, we did not do this, where teams have an opportunity to get a free mindset session with one of our mindset coaches. So we bring everyone together on Zoom or Skype or any kind of media we can with that, and bring the whole team together virtually, and we take them through a free trial mindset session. So we could help you with your mindset right now. Some of the top teams in the country, some of the top individuals in the country have used now as a starting point to work on their mindset. Why not? Fresh opportunity. So when you go back to playing your sport, it's good sometimes to have a little distance between yourself and competition, right? Because otherwise the emotions are high, you're too wrapped up, you're too into it. Now's the time you get to step back from your sport. You get to build in all these new attitudes, all these new mindsets into your performance. So this is a perfect time to understand yourself, to do some personal mental work, whether it's an individual, whether it's a team. Find out what works for you, find out what doesn't work for you, so you could replicate that in every single competition. So now's a great time to capitalize on your mindsets, whether you're an individual or a team. Make sure you sign up. Website, zwinningmindset.com. Just click right away. As soon as it pops up, free trial session, whether you're a coach, whether you're an individual, we do the free trial. So capitalize on your mindset. I say it over and over again. It's very important to take what people give you. We're going to give you a free mindset session. Capitalize on it right now. It would be an egregious mistake to let all this time go by in the quarantine and not do some self-examination, not think about what you need to do to improve in terms of confidence, mental toughness, aggressiveness, relaxing under pressure. You could work on that. We could help you with that. So make sure you capitalize on that. Number 4, you got to work on your nutrition. Got to work on your nutrition, okay? If you're quarantined all this time and you're not actually putting work in on your cardio, like I said, that's the first thing that goes, your cardio. Your nutrition, point is this, the nutrition is going to affect your cardio. If you're not putting time in on that nutrition, cardio is going to be worse. It's going to be harder to move your body for the cardio. And this is the type of times when people have a little time off, they start getting heavy, they start putting on fat. You don't want to do that. Okay, summer's right around the corner. You still want to stay shredded, you want to stay ripped, or you want to get into better shape. You could absolutely do that now. So you have to have a lot of discipline with what you're putting into your body, what you're eating, what you're not eating, making sure you're drinking a lot of water. So for me, for snacks, you see these RX bars all lined up in the back right there. Those are boxes of RX bars. They're very clean. It's basically just almonds, cashews, dates, super healthy. It's not like extra added ingredients. So make sure your snacks are good. Make sure the food that you're putting in your body, take some control right now of your nutrition. Again, when you're in the day-to-day, going to school, you're going to practice, it's hard to kind of start a new habit because you're so used to the regular flow of things. Now you could start a new habit of eating well. Like I said, the nutrition directly impacts your cardio because if you're carrying extra weight, it's going to be harder to move your body. The more fat you have, the harder your conditioning is going to be. The harder life's going to be. The harder your flexibility is going to be because you're bending over to touch your toes and your gut's getting in the way. Okay, so make sure you're working on your nutrition. And number 5, make sure you're taking this opportunity to reprioritize your life. Get deeper in faith. Get closer to God. Okay, we have so much time that we're spending on social media, video games, TV, and those are all good things. They're not bad in and of themselves. But a lot of times we don't examine ourselves. We don't ask ourselves these ultimate questions about life. Remember, your answers to these ultimate questions in life are going to dictate how your entire life plays out. Okay? It all starts there with these ultimate questions. Who am I? What is my purpose? Is there something out there other than myself? Okay? Obviously, I know what I believe. You need to be on a search for truth. Okay? And there's only one truth, right? Like 2 + 2 is 4, right? 2 + 2 is not 5. There can only be one truth, and it's external to us. So you got to take some time and you got to examine that. What do I believe? Who am I? What is the purpose of it all? You have to examine your life. That's so important. If you look at the top athletes, the most successful people, they've examined their life. They've asked themselves, what does it all mean? What is my purpose? So again, another egregious mistake would be this time goes by, you did not reflect on yourself, you did not reflect on the world, and you didn't get closer to God. You didn't get deeper in faith. So take that time. A lot of people use it as a punchline, as a catchphrase, spirit, mind, and body, right? Be the total package, spirit, mind, and body. But are you really doing that? So I challenge you, during this COVID-19 quarantine, all 5, let's be safe, following best practices, action plan for our strength training, conditioning, and flexibility. Get your free mindset session in. Make sure you're improving your nutrition. Build good habits right now. And number 5, get closer to the Lord. Get deeper in faith. You do those 5 things during this COVID-19 quarantine, you're going to come out the other end of it much better. Mindset makes the difference.